This winter, show your support as they race for the podium. Head to insider.usskiandsnowboard.org and join today.
Whether you're handling divorce amicably or need help navigating a more complicated split, Hello Divorce can help you sort it out. Their innovative online platform makes divorce easier, less stressful, and a lot more affordable. You'll get access to lawyers, mediators, and financial experts without retainers, surprise fees, or legal jargon. Thousands have trusted Hello Divorce. See why Hello Divorce is the highest rated online divorce platform on Trustpilot. Find support at hellodivorce.com.
The holiday hustle is real. The traffic, the crowds, the never-ending to-do list.
And nowhere to park. Perfect.
That's why drivers use ParkWiz. They already save up to 50% when they book ahead. This holiday season, use promo code JINGLE10 in the ParkWiz app for an extra 10% off your next reservation. Because during the holidays, every minute and every dollar counts. ParkWiz. Less circling, more celebrating. Download the ParkWiz app and use code JINGLE10 to save an extra 10% today. Offer valid through December 31st. App reservations only. Limit 1 per user.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
You took the elevator to the 48th floor and handed him the briefing. Your fingertips touched, sending a shockwave of desire through the air. The room pulsed with a silent craving as he drew you in with his smoldering gaze before uttering the words your body ached to hear.
The next train on track 2 is delayed.
And all the while, you were on your commute home. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover romance titles on Audible.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Mostly cloudy today, high in the upper 70s. Back to the upper 70s for a high tomorrow, and on Christmas Day, upper 70s to near 80 with partly cloudy skies.
This report is sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream.
Listen, if rubbing your hands together sounds like this, you need O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. It instantly relieves extremely dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's, look for the green package. AM 1300 The Zone. One. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. FS1. Go to foxsports.com for details.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring.
Two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio, LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you here. You know you're always listening to us on the iHeartRadio app, and you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all of our Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day, and be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, so it will always pop up at the top of your screen. Coming up in a little over 10 minutes from now, we've got more on an awful decision that makes somebody in the world of football look terrible. We will get into that for you again, top of next hour, a little over 10 minutes from now. But a reminder that for over 40 years, our friends at Tire Rack have been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. So I guess we got end of an era in the world of football coming up here. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to be leaving Arrowhead Stadium for a new dome stadium that's going to cost $3 billion and will be built across the Kansas-Missouri state line. Now,
what are they going to call it? The coffin?
I don't know. Damn.
Because the reign of that kingdom is over.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
My bad.
Probably not wrong, though.
Gosh, man.
My bad.
Probably not wrong. But Brady, that's a place you called home. Arrowhead Stadium's been there a long ass time. A long ass time.
Shaking back.
I feel bad, man. I mean, I obviously enjoyed. I only spent a year there. Don't know what I called home. But I enjoyed it. Like for the fans, the tailgating. One of the coolest things about playing out there is just how good the barbecue is. And like when you roll up to those games, man, people be tailgating, barbecuing their ass off. So it's a cool setup. I'm sure this will be great for the fans at some point, but it obviously doesn't help out the state of Missouri. Moving across state lines, clearly there's some financial incentives that are helping out, the ownership group. So I haven't really looked into this a ton to kind of understand it, but it seems pretty evident. Most of these NFL franchises are looking at trying to find a way of building some sort of monstrosity and incredible stadium and development for their team, for their franchise, for the fans, but really to make money. And they'll find whatever means to do so that are going to be the cheapest and most advantageous for them. And I would assume that's what this all has to do. It's no different than Chicago talking about Northwest Indiana being a potential site for their next stadium. I mean, it's all about money, man, at the end of the day.
Well, again, listen, football used to be something way different than what it's turning into. I always felt like playing in the elements was a part of the game.
Look at the Bills. The Bills' new stadium's going to be outdoors. They're not going dome. Like, no.
It just
but it's constructed at which the wind's not going to be as big of a factor,
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I was just going to say, playing in the elements makes men out of people. And now that we have women playing football, I would say it makes women out of girls, I guess. I don't know. But I think, anytime we go into these type of realms, historically, KC, you mentioned Buffalo, Pittsburgh, places, where it gets cold, New York. I think it should be outdoors, man. I think it should be outdoors. I think they should all be outdoors, and so that's kind of my point. Y'all can go ahead and take it from there.
I'm still trying to figure out the first end of that, but okay.
Oh, I mean, y'all talk over me. I was trying to make the point, but y'all jump in so quick I couldn't get to my point, and we're about to run out of time. So I just figured out.
Well, no, it wasn't that. Like the first thing you said when you were talking,
was football. What was I saying? Please tell me.
Yeah, you hate the fact that
football's
everything's not outdoors. It all should be outdoors.
Yeah, football's getting soft, man. People don't want to play against each other anymore because they don't want to lose. People don't want to play outdoors. Why? Why you don't want to play outdoors? You don't want to deal with some rain, a little snow, some slush. Why? Too cold? Come on. I could never imagine Beaver Stadium being indoors. Just would never work. But it's just one man's opinion. That's all. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't be quiet now. Y'all want to do the quiet deal. Like, we're going to the break anyway. So hour 3 coming at you. This is 2 pros and a cup of Joe.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and you know who taught me my ABCs and what it means to be kind? Sesame Street. Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit behind Sesame Street, is still doing that for kids everywhere. Elmo and Cookie Monster are out there teaching kindness, empathy, and joy, but they need our help to keep it going. So this holiday season, visit sesame.org/iHeart and donate what you can. Once again, please visit sesame.org/iHeart this holiday season and donate what you can because the world needs Sesame and Sesame needs you.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. We do have a fresh wreck. Texas 71 eastbound at Presidential Boulevard causing no delay. Also, 290 Toll Road eastbound at Tuscany Way. Another accident reported there. Slow traffic 35 northbound between Onion Creek and William Cannon. About a 4-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it.
iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before. Furnished by Genuine.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video, January 8th. Watch the trailer on TrainerGames.com.
Today, we'll attempt a feat once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. It requires merely one thing: a SoFi personal loan. With it, you could save big on interest charges by consolidating into one low fixed-rate monthly payment. Defy high-interest debt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/defy to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda,
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right, you'll love it at any Leaf Johnson location. What you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, and members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator, now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the hordes.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the hordes, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, Cape Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
Wherever you may be listening, this is a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. The Texas men's basketball team handled business against Maryland East Shore, but Coach Miller was not happy. We'll be talking to Matt Repchick of the Florida Central Sports and the Cheez-It Bowl, breaking it all down on what to expect on the way out there. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us at 8 o'clock. And the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer, joins us at 8:17 as the Texans continue to roll. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. And if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Leave us a message. If it's good enough, you might even hear it on air. Also, want to make sure that everybody knows that this will be the last show for the morning kickoff this week. We are going to take a break. We love bringing you the news and everything that's happening and providing you with infotainment. But we do need a break. It is Christmas. We want to be at home. We want to get some time off and enjoy the break with family.
Don't everybody want a little time off?
Everybody deserves a little time off, and I know we deserve it from time to time. So just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of the schedule for the rest of the week. Of course, you can listen to the Craig Way Show, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, this afternoon from 2 to 5. And then he, too, will be on a little hiatus as well. He and Jake Herman, and, of course, our guy Cam Parker holding it down. Let's get into this conversation because last night we had NFL football, Monday Night Football, final game of the week 16, and now we are starting to look at week 17. We got games on Thursday on Christmas Day. You have 3 football games in the NFL, but last night Old Man Rivers was out there trying to do it again, and all of a sudden Father Time said, "No, sir. Come sit by me and understand that you are going to throw a pick 6 in this game," even though he threw the ball well. But the story isn't even about the Indianapolis Colts. It's about the San Francisco 49ers and what Brock Purdy has been able to do, along with Christian McCaffrey, being able to lead this team into a situation where the NFC West, might be the best division in football because of the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, and now an 11-win team in the San Francisco 49ers.
You said maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, give me an argument, a compelling argument for a 3-team race in any other division.
Well, it doesn't necessarily. Well, it is definitely a 3-team race for sure. And the 49ers control their own destiny. They're all in the playoffs.
You don't want to play any of those teams. None of them. I'm right. The way San Francisco looked on offense last night, I don't want to play them. The Rams, they were effective without their
Devontae
Adams, their A1 or A2 wide receiver. And then they got beat by a team that everybody had stuck a fork in Seattle because of the last time that Seattle played the Rams.
They just stuck a fork in them against the Rams. Okay, because I was like,
because
12
Darnold
wins.
just had a horrible game against them.
He did.
And he did not this time. So It was, all 3 of those teams can win the Super Bowl.
And I had the Rams. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I had a ticket with the Rams winning the NFC West. I just felt like this was going to be a great year. Matthew Stafford is leading as the MVP of the NFL right now. But I'm looking at what San Francisco's been able to do. Brock Purdy looks like a totally different football player.
Well, I mean, he can use his toe. He can move. He can step up and make a throw.
He definitely was able to do that. George Kittle had over 100 yards receiving, big touchdown. But it's Christian McCaffrey and what he's been able to do. He, too, healthy for the first time in a long time. And this team is poised to make a run. If they win out, they become the number 1 seed in the NFC West. They become the number 1 seed in football. They have done an unbelievable job with putting things together, like just throwing it together. In their next 2 games, they have the Bears, which will be tough. The Bears are a tough team. And, of course, They have the Seattle Seahawks to end the season.
Bro, that's a hard road to hoe, as my grandpa used to
That's
say.
right. This is a tough task for those teams. And, Mac Jones is still their leading passer right now with Brock Purdy coming back because Purdy missed so much time. But if you had to rank these teams as of right now in the power rankings, who would you have as those three teams?
I will still have the Rams above the Seattle Seahawks because they won by 1 point, and their Devontae Adams didn't play.
Yep.
Devontae Adams is guaranteed to give you more than 1 point. And San Francisco, I don't think their defense would hold up in a war against Seattle or the Rams. So it's going to be the Rams for me.
ESPN has their power rankings out this morning, and it has Seattle as number 1 at 12-3. I guess because they beat
them.
Yeah, the Rams are at 11-4, and they are sitting in the number 2 spot. They have the 49ers sitting at 11-4, and they have them in the 6th spot.
Of those three teams, which quarterback would you?
Matthew Stafford by far.
And I think that's the deciding factor when it comes to me. Is I think
you got to do. You can't just do the quarterback.
Well,
you got to do quarterback.
I'm saying
and
the teams
coach combo.
I'm saying the teams are so evenly matched, and the coaching staffs of all three teams are so evenly matched. The deciding factor is the quarterback when it comes to
it is. You look at the one defensive coordinator, head coach is Seattle's head coach. So he's the only one that you would look at and say, all right, how is he going to counteract what these guys do so well with McVay, with Kyle Shanahan? But that's the other part of it too. And that whole setup and the way that they've been going about it, it's been very interesting to me. So this is one of those things that when you start to look at these teams, you truly wonder what it is. As I was saying, as far as MVP considerations, Matthew Stafford is, as of today, minus 215 to win the MVP. Sam Darnold is plus 10,000 to win the MVP. So it looks like it's between Jalen Hurts. It's between Matthew Stafford and Drake May is sitting at plus 175. Josh Allen is plus 2,500.
Would you have liked to get in on those odds on Drake May at the beginning of the season?
No doubt. You start looking at some of these guys and you're like, dang, these guys are really putting it in. So you look at Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith and Jigba is sitting at minus 175, the wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. Puka Nacua is plus 160. And Christian McCaffrey, this is an interesting one. Christian McCaffrey for Offensive Player of the Year is plus 1,000. James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, two guys that you could look at, and you was talking about James Cook and what he looks like running the football for Buffalo. He's plus 5,500 to win Offensive Player of the Year.
You know what? Come to think of it, Hardge, you and I both agreed that the way that Drake May looked last year, that he was going to have a great year this year.
Yeah.
We both said that.
Yeah. And then Coach of the Year, because of what we've seen from all of these guys, Mike Vrabel is sitting at minus 110. Mike McDonald, plus 330. Kyle
What about Ben?
Ben Johnson, plus 800.
Okay.
Liam Cohen is the one that everybody should be looking at. Liam Cohen is the one that we should be looking at what he's been able to do with Jacksonville and turn that team around.
Yeah.
He's plus 750. That's a flyer that you might want to look at because
that's going to be a hard race.
It is. This might be the toughest race.
There you go. That's the hardest of all of the categories.
Yeah, you start looking at what he's been able to do to Carolina. Carolina might win the NFC South. Think about that. Carolina Panthers, who benched Bryce Young last year. Bryce Young came back and was like, nah, man, I want my job. Give me my daddy's records.
I want my daddy's records. Blind Melon Chitlin.
Well, we're just getting started on this Turn the Page Tuesday. We're going to go to Orlando, Florida, and talk to the folks that represent the Cheez-It and Citrus Bowl. Matt Repchick will be joining us next on the Morning Kickoff. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We get us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and of course, always free on that iHeartRadio app.
The Texas Longhorns are bowling in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl New Year's Eve against the Michigan Wolverines. Twin Peaks Round Rock has all your game day action. Come out for Longhorns game day beginning at 11 a.m. Join me, Cameron Parker, alongside Mike Hardball Hardge and Mark Henry as we break down Texas versus Michigan with special guests and insiders. And then stick around for kickoff. Great food, cold beer, and that burnt orange energy. We'll see you there. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Well, we do have some stop-and-go traffic in the Travis area. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. Usual spot, about 6 to 7 minute delay right there. Brody Lane and Ernest Robles Way. We've got an accident reported right there. Also, Texas 71 eastbound at Presidential Boulevard. Again, another accident reported. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
The holiday hustle is real. The traffic, the crowds, the never-ending to-do list.
And nowhere to park. Perfect.
That's why drivers use ParkWiz. They already save up to 50% when they book ahead. This holiday season, use promo code JINGLE10 in the ParkWiz app for an extra 10% off your next reservation. Because during the holidays, every minute and every dollar counts. Parkwiz. Less circling, more celebrating. Download the Parkwiz app and use code JINGLE10 to save an extra 10% today. Offer valid through December 31st. App reservations only. Limit 1 per user.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
The deal you've been waiting for is at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Get 0% financing for 60 months plus $12,000 off MSRP with no payments for 90 days. And we'll donate $100 to St. Jude Children's Hospital for every vehicle sold in December. No games, just deals at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Visit us on South I-35 or online at group1fordofsouthaustin.com. F-150 example, MSRP $83,125 before discounts. 0% for well-qualified buyers with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry, and our guy Marcus holding it down. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas breaking it down, talking all the latest on the 40 acres. But the 40 acres is headed to Orlando, Florida, and that's where we are going right now with the CMO of Florida Citrus Sports, Matt Repchek, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Good
perfect.
morning.
I just wanted to make sure I got that right. The Texas Longhorns are headed to the Cheez-It Bowl, the Florida Citrus Cheez-It Bowl. Exciting time for the folks there at the Camping World Stadium. And, of course, this is the 80th edition of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And, Matt, how excited are you to have two of the helmet teams, as we like to call it, the Blue Bloods, Michigan, and, of course, the Texas Longhorns coming to Orlando, Florida?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Hope you woke up feeling the cheesiest. We are thrilled. We couldn't have asked for a better matchup for our 80th game, right? Two of the power programs. There are people that don't know college football that know Michigan, Texas, right? So that's a game that is going to be one of the best. I think the whole postseason lineup, there's going to be up there against some of those playoff games at the end of it because you got two teams that were probably one win away from competing in the playoff, might have been in an expanded field. Like you said, blue blood programs, amazing histories between the two great freshman quarterbacks. It couldn't have been better for us.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for a lot of folks, but there is obviously the changes that are happening and the different bowls and opportunities to have different teams there. But when you get these two blue blood programs, it's going to generate some excitement. But more about it is you get a lot of things that are going to be going on previewing the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. What are some of the big activities that you guys really put on to make it more exciting for the fans?
Well, the best part of being in America's favorite tourist destination is we don't have to program a whole lot. We let people make their own itineraries around the attractions, all the theme parks. We do have a couple things that are going on. So the number one, there's a Bowl HQ live at Point Orlando. That's going to be going on all week long, starting Saturday, December 27th. I believe that Texas has a pep band performance scheduled for the 30th at 1:20 Eastern time. So that'll be one of their features. But then they'll also have one of the bars at Point Orlando that's sort of set up as the Texas HQ bar. I believe that's the PBR area in Point Orlando, the Cowboy Bar. So that's kind of a home base that fans can be at. The hotel for the team will just be down the street and all along International Drive. We call it I-Drive here. There'll be a lot of activity throughout the week. Then obviously a lot of stuff we have planned for game day, and then there's a few local things we have going on to celebrate our 80th game. We have a pop-up bar we're setting up in downtown Orlando starting on the 27th as well. That is the Citrus Bowl Lodge. It's kind of celebrating the 80 years of history across that game to lead up to it. So we're hoping we can get some Longhorn fans out there as well.
I'm wondering being that you have two blue blood teams that are coming to Orlando, what is the selection or criteria for the teams for the bowl game?
We have the blessing, I guess, to be the first selection after the playoff in both the Big Ten and the SEC. We're the second oldest relationship in both those conferences after obviously Sugar Bowl and then Rose Bowl for the Big Ten. So as of late, you have a lot of those teams that are getting into the playoffs. So we're seeing, what teams are potentially available, often teams that are in the mix for a playoff spot kind of late in the game. So once the final rankings come out, we have a sense of who's available to us and have a quick conversation with the conferences about our intention, call the schools, get the official invitation out. So it moves pretty quickly for us. In the case of this year, when you find out that Michigan and Texas are available to you, it's a pretty quick decision. All that stuff moves really fast.
Yeah, no doubt. Winner, chicken dinner right there for you guys to be able to pull that right there. We're talking to Florida Citrus Sports CMO Matt Rabchek, talking about the Citrus Bowl and everything that is going to be going on there. There's a bunch of renovations that were done at the stadium as well. The Camping World Stadium is something that a lot of people don't know a lot about. I mean, they know it's in Orlando. They've seen the games on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve, but a lot of people don't understand what Camping World has done to make sure that the renovations of the stadium have been outstanding. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So, and I know this is the first visit for Texas, so some folks may have been for another event, maybe NFL Pro Bowl games, coming to another bowl game or something else out in their history.
WrestleMania there too.
Yeah, a couple of WrestleManias. I was in the stands for a couple of those. We've completely redone the lower bowl over the last 10 years. Tore it out. So actually, probably between the two WrestleMania appearances, Mark, the whole lower bowl was torn out. Now we're getting up into the upper deck. So there'll be a $400 million renovation that starts in January. That's going to take out the last kind of older part of the stadium, replace it, modernize it, get us to a stadium that stays competitive with everything else in our region. And a lot of that's focused on fan experience across the way, right? Your entrance, you're finding your way around the concourse, your actual fan amenities. If you're sitting in the upper deck, you want that to be a comfortable, right? Shouldn't feel like the upper deck all the time. Should feel like a chairback seat and everything else. So we've been working on that for many years. It's a city-owned facility. The county helps contribute part of the funding to that. And we've had the opportunity to use the revenue that we make from the games to reinvest in the community around it. So there's about $120 million in capital investments that has been made in the neighborhoods surrounding the stadium. It's downtown. It's west of the core of downtown Orlando. And so that renovation has been then reinvested into how do we make sure that we make a better life for the people that live right around the corner from the stadium.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. So Texas, Michigan coming in. Coaches have already been there. There's been some press release of them coming in and talking about this event. I know you can't pick a side or anything like that, so I'm not going to make you do that. But as a fan of sports, how excited are you about these two teams and getting a chance to see Arch Manning, getting a chance to see Underwood and these up-and-coming players that are trying to make their way in college athletics?
So I'm thrilled. Like, it's going to be a showcase event on ABC on New Year's Eve. It's going to be the go-to game. Like, people are going to wake up on that day saying, oh, Michigan, Texas on television, I'm going to watch that game, right? So the only thing I'm rooting for is to go to overtime, to get into Cheez-It Crunch time in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. That's, if we can get there, we have the perfect day.
Well, Mark, I need you to tell them your favorite about your Cheez-Its.
Oh man, the extra toasted.
Oh, I'm with you. The best.
Come on, man.
Far and away, right? We'll get some over to the studio.
Good. You know, I'm a big Orlando fan. We have the Performance Center for WWE down there. And I cried the last time I was in Orlando because the Oblivion Burger shut down. Is there any way that we can reopen up Oblivion Burger? Please.
I'll see who we can talk to. Maybe we can do a pop-up for you.
Something, man. I'll come. I will fly to Orlando just to get an Oblivion burger.
That's economic impact. I'll tell everybody.
Economic impact. See, that's a businessman. That's why you're in charge of marketing. I love that. You pay attention. I like that. So speaking of that, the celebration at the end, which Cheez-Its is it that they dumped on the coaches?
It's usually the classics. Just you got to stick with the classics in a moment like that. All the other flavors kind of come out throughout the week at the training table and in the hospitality suites and stuff like that. All the fan areas. There'll be some stuff in the concourse that fans can grab different flavors of Cheez-It as well. But when it comes to the cooler dump, which we think was the first non-sports drink cooler dump, I'm pretty sure nobody's been able to check me on that, but it's the classic Cheez-It crackers in that one.
It might be safer to use the snapped because they're so fluffy and light. Nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah, then they get crushed up. Then our stadium crew is not very happy with us afterwards, trying to get that out of the
I'm sure they're not going to want that clean up.
I do want to ask this because it is interesting to me that about the Cheez-It and everything. My mother-in-law is a big Cheez-It fan as well. But my question is, when these type of events are happening, do you break out new chips? Because every new flavors, because you want to try them out. I know that we were at another bowl and they brought out these different flavors of beverages. And I was like, I'm not drinking that. But is there a different brand that y'all try out during this time with so many consumers there?
They have Snapped. I don't know if it launched at the Citrus Bowl, but they did bring it out. They kind of did a little public rollout for it at the game. And so they have used it as a chance to do some sampling and other things. I don't know necessarily if they have anything secret in store for this, but it is, I would say, being at the Citrus Bowl is a chance to try Cheez-It flavors that you did not know existed. Like there are things when they've shipped stuff to our office and some of the things that we give out that I've found some favorites, some things that I didn't look. I mean, I'm a big extra toasty guy, but you start to sample some other options.
What about pretzel?
Oh, that's an idea?
That's an option. That's an idea.
Another consumer.
Another consumer idea.
I appreciate everything you're doing for me right now. We're gonna get the Oblivion burger back.
I'm here for you. Hardge and I will come and we will stand on the mezzanine and greet people, handing out bags of chips.
Okay.
Don't believe
we're gonna get it set up.
Yeah, he'll do it.
I don't know if R&D can work that fast. We only got like 8 days, but I'll talk to somebody.
We'll see what happens. Matt, we appreciate you taking the time. I look forward to the activities and all the folks enjoying the trip to the Florida Citrus Cheez-It Bowl that will take place on New Year's Eve, 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. kickoff Eastern Time. As always, man, thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it. There he is, Matt
awesome.
Repchick, talking all things Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And when we come back, we'll talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas, get his thoughts on the moves that were made for the University of Texas and, of course, the Cheez-It Bowl right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Slowdown continues in the Travis area, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive, about a 9-minute delay there. A new accident to report, Elroy Road at Circuit of the Americas Boulevard. And then finally, Texas 71 eastbound at Presidential Boulevard, another accident to report there. I'm Alec Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store, where you can find last-minute gifts for everyone on your list, all for under $20. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Every fan knows that one moment. The offense needs a spark, the crowd needs a jolt, and you reach into that cooler and crack that Bud Light, and then boom, the magic happens. Is that coincidence? Maybe, but we're not going to test it. I promise you that. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy, Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
Seeking a true Texas original? Since 1981, the Yellow Rose Cabaret holds the historic title of the state's oldest continuously running strip club. For over 4 decades, our iconic North Lamar location has been the destination for unforgettable nights. We feature Austin's most stunning entertainers, exclusive private dances, a vibrant atmosphere, and a full-service bar and kitchen. This is living Texas history. Don't just hear the legend, be a part of it. Experience the one and only Yellow Rose.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/beat. That's ethos.com/beat.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Spurs look for a 7th straight win when they host the Thunder tonight. Thunder, by the way, beat the Grizzlies last night. Cowboys visit the Commanders on Christmas. Left tackle Tyler Guyton missed yesterday's walkthrough due to an injury. The Texans can clinch a playoff spot if they beat the Chargers Saturday at SoFi Stadium. Chargers clinched a playoff spot, but the Colts lost to the Niners last night. I'm Rhonda Moss.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
To the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In the next segment, we'll talk Texas basketball. They get the win last night. Right now, we're going to talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow at Joseph Cook 89. And Joe, a lot has happened. A lot has happened on the 40 acres in the last couple of days. Obviously, the news coming out that Pete Kwiatkowski and Dwayne Aquina were being replaced by Will Muschamp. Coach Sark having the media availability that was kind of out of the blue for us. I don't know if you was expecting it, but I know I was not expecting it. And then, of course, the news coming out yesterday that Malik Muhammad will now enter the NFL draft. Catch us up on what your thoughts are on all the comings and goings on the 40 acres.
Yeah, with Will Muschamp, that was a very kind of surprising thing, I think, for pretty much everybody. Texas got out in front of it, and we were right there, right behind them, because it was one of those things where you catch wind of it and you're scrambling, and Texas sends out the email. So that was obviously very surprising, because not very many people probably thought like the defense was what Steve Sarkisian was going to address. It's kind of become pretty clear, unless Sark has a change of heart, he doesn't want to give up play calling duties. So if you look at that and you look at that decision, it's like, okay, how do you make things easier for him? You're the head coach, you're the play caller, and you are the personnel guy. He has a titular general manager in Brandon Harris, but Sark has said over and over that the final personnel calls usually are his to make. Okay, so how do you take something off of your plate a little bit? Well, with Pete Kwiatkowski, that's the defensive coordinator who obviously very accomplished and extremely good at what he does. I don't want that to get lost. But he was a defensive coordinator who often needed a little bit of he needed help from his lieutenants. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I think anybody who's advanced to, football, advanced in whatever, gets on with a little bit of help along the way. But that help required some attention from Steve Sarkisian. It required attention from, the other coaches that he brought in. And when you're Sark, when you have to be the head coach of the team, which he is, when you have to be the head coach of the offense and you have to be the general manager, that's being pulled in a lot of different directions. And so the first move that he made was to bring someone in Will Muschamp, who he's like, all right, Will, go do it. See you Saturday. And there's going to be more than that, obviously, but right. He knows that without much oversight needed from him, except for like the final yes, Will Muschamp can take care of everything on that side of the ball. He's someone who, has assistant coaches and things like that, but Muschamp knows defense. And PK did too, but no, Muschamp can do everything. And I think we've kind of learned that PK, for as accomplished as he was someone who had his specialties and needed some, people to lean on. And when those people he leaned on weren't able to hold him up, everything kind of fell apart. And that doesn't mean it all collapsed. It just meant that, the product wasn't as good as possible. Still nothing's happened on the offensive side except, Sark pushed back and said, well, I got a new running back coach. So Jabbar Jalouk is in, someone who is another SEC coaching veteran, someone who has, basically if you've been on I-10 or I-20, Jabbar Jalouk's probably been there during the course of his career, and that's very valuable. Bring some, a little bit of attitude, I think, to that room, and we'll see what else might happen on offense. And then, like you mentioned, Malik Muhammad, this is one we've been expecting. I think from the day Malik showed up at Texas, he always thought he was a 3-and-out player, but you have to earn that, and he earned that. I think he had a really strong career, and he's going to be someone who I think NFL teams really look and see like, oh, he won an All-American, and oh, he won the All-Conference, but he was really good. He's got skills, he's got traits, and I bet he's going to be drafted. Probably, I don't know. I bet he could hear his name called in day 2, but we'll see. I'm excited for him.
Joe, there's a lot that Longhorn fans have to look forward to, one of which is you talked about that toughness, that attitude that Coach Jalouk and as well as Coach Blood are going to bring to the 40 acres. But with all of the guys that are opting out and guys that are going to the NFL draft, like who do we have to look forward to calm the storm of, if you will, of people being held out?
Yeah, I mean, you look at that defense, and you got Malik Muhammad, Anthony Hill, Leongo Lafau, Trey Moore, Michael Taft. Like that's half your starting lineup, or maybe a top backup right there who's not going to be playing. Obviously, Colin Simmons, that's someone who I think that everybody knows you're going to be looking to for this game and for next season until he gets his name called early in the NFL draft. Reports are all positive on Hero Kanu coming back. That'll be big there in the defensive trenches. And then, one of the names that we're still waiting on to hear, but we feel good at this time about, is Jelani McDonald. And if you're getting someone like him back, I wrote something yesterday if you spiked the ball every play, your NFL passer rating would be 39.6. When teams threw at Jelani McDonald, their NFL passer rating was 42 point something. So, like, that is a really good football player. And if you're able to get him back for next season with Will Muschamp, with, you know, a lot of the rising young players in that secondary, a lot of whom got a good amount of snaps as the year went on, that's a good piece to build around in your secondary. So Colin Simmons, Hero Kanu, Jelani McDonald. Luckily on offense, you know, the only loss right now at this time seems to be DeAndre Moore. You know, Jack Indry is the tight end. He's facing a very tough decision. We've been told at Inside Texas. Right now he's going to play in the bowl game. But, you know, what his future holds is still something that he's kind of going back and forth on every day from what we've been told. But the offense is going to be, you know, an offense that we're familiar with. The defense, there's going to be a lot of different things going on, including Johnny Nansen stepping up and calling plays. Granted, he'll be going against an interim play caller in his own right with everything that's happened at Michigan over the past couple of weeks. But, you know, the helmets are going to be pretty cool for this game. We'll see what the players wearing them are like come, you know, December 31st.
No doubt about it. There's our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Joe, thank you for all that you do, man. Enjoy the holidays and enjoy the family, man. We appreciate you, bro.
We'll do, guys. Merry Christmas to y'all.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holiday.
There he is, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up next, we'll hear from the Texas men's basketball coach, Sean Miller, after last night's performance. And let's just say, once I told you before, he does not sugarcoat it. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
The Texas Longhorns are bowling in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl New Year's Eve against the Michigan Wolverines. Twin Peaks Round Rock has all your game day action. Come out for Longhorns game day beginning at 11 a.m. Join me, Cameron Parker, alongside Mike Hardball Hardge and Mark Henry as we break down Texas versus Michigan with special guests and insiders. And then stick around for kickoff. Great food, cold beer, and that burnt orange energy. We'll see you there. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Slowdown continues in the Travis area, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive, about a 9-minute delay there. A new accident to report, Elroy Road at Circuit of the Americas Boulevard. And then finally, Texas 71 eastbound at Presidential Boulevard, another accident to report there. I'm Alec Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge here, and the holidays are officially rolling in at Cover Ford Huddle. And we're celebrating the season with big gift wrap savings all month long. Right now, get $12,558 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. And if you're shopping smart for the perfect truck, how about $10,703 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT? No crowds, no waiting, no last-minute holiday stress. Just powerful trucks, legendary Covert family service, and year-end savings worth unwrapping early. Merry Christmas from Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, CovertFordHutto.com.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice-cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. Only one will leave with an iFit contract worth $250,000. Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on TrainerGames.com. The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. with business loans so you can expand, and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Did you miss the Bitcoin wagon? Millions got rich because they got in on a technology you still don't understand. But the crypto gang got greedy, handing control of the Bitcoin network to China. This carelessness gives us a second chance called Texacoin. You're invited on the Texacoin journey. We'll guide you through this new frontier to claim your share of the profits. Don't let your friends get rich without you. Secure your seat as we take Texacoin to the moon and beyond. Learn more at texacoin.org. This is an investment that carries risk. Texacoin.org.
The world's best ski and snowboard athletes are chasing medals. Now you can follow their every move. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program, and get premium viewing at World Cup ski events, exclusive athlete meetups, discounts from brands you love, and a custom welcome gift mailed direct to your doorstep. This winter, show your support as they race for the podium. Head to insider.usskiandsnowboard.org and join today.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, our blood runs orange.
Cam Heide drives baseline, cross-court pass, Swain in the corner, Pope rises up for three and knocks it down. Kendall Weaver to Pope in the corner. Mark thought about a three. Now Tremont drives in the lane and scores off the glass. Under 9 to go in the first half. Pope has it top of the arc. To the left side. Works the basketball to Kendall Weaver. Weaver swings it left side. Pope will rise up for three and drain his third three-pointer of this first half. Longhorns almost tipped it out of their own hands, but Swain comes away with a bounce pass. A good low hard pass into Boca Titus for the two-handed flush. Left side, Weaver in the corner. Cam Heide open for three, and it drains it. Cam's first bucket of the ball game. Tremont behind him, Boca Titus screen to the right wing with dribble, bounce pass. Pope goes to Swain to a cutting Kendall Weaver, who elevates for the one-handed slam. As Weaver kicks it to Tremont Mark, double team, got rid of it out on the right side of Swain. Down the three to shoot. Dalen spins in the paint, puts it off the glass for two. Right at the shot clock buzzer, Dalen Swain gets the bucket. 9 minutes. 40 seconds to go into Boca Titus for the slam dunk. Great pass there on the roll. On the dribble, Justin Mondin leaves it back for Michael Teal again. 7 to shoot. Weaver guarding tightly. Pass picked off. Here goes Tremont Mark. He'll throw it down. So Vassell with 5. And Sean Miller says no need to shoot anymore. Texas will look to exit this with a 23-point win. Off to Dalen Swain, the Longhorns will head to the Christmas break with a 9-4 record. Final score here tonight at Moody Center: the Texas Longhorns 94 and the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks 71. With the win, the Longhorns have some positive momentum headed in now into the Christmas break.
You would think that the Texas men would have some positive momentum heading into the Christmas break after that 94-71 victory, where we got a chance to see Matas get busy again with 22 points, 8 rebounds. You got a double-double from Dalen Swain. You also saw Jordan Pope and Tremont Mark shoot the ball very well, but Coach Sean Miller wasn't having it, and he wanted to be 100% honest.
It was our worst performance of the season. And when I say that, I'm leaning heavily towards the defensive end. You know, we have to be able to be better. Everybody uses the words, the standard. You know, we have one. And when it's not met, you know, it's not just okay. Like, didn't meet it tonight, guys. You know, at some point from an accountability, me as a coach, our staff, individual players, this deal's about getting better. And I've just never seen a team that you say, man, they play with amazing effort and they're selfish. It sounds funny. So I think when you're an unselfish group, you're able to give more of yourself. You're able to be a better overall defensive team. You're able to play with more intensity, and you're able to take some of these things that I'm talking about out of the game. And for us to have a chance to be successful moving forward, this is an area we have to always be able to put a check in the box. The other coach and the other team, they're trying to do the same thing. If nothing else, it's a stalemate. Both teams fought. Both teams played hard. But I thought tonight our effort was kind of up and down, and it really reflected on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier, Hardge, maybe the second or third game. I can't remember who it was against, but they played like very selfish. That's the second time that the word selfish has arose. They have got to pass the ball and try to get it to a guy that has a better option of scoring. And you want to do that within the framework of whatever the coach's offense or defensive strategy is. Playing together, communicating. Like, what is the issue? Is it just the fact that they're not getting that he wants it his way and he's going to have it his way? It's his team. He's a coach.
Well, the one thing that stands out to me, and this is the most important part, is he said you don't ever hear of a team being unselfish. Like, you playing hard, you're doing everything, but you're selfish. It's never, they don't sound
They don't go together.
And the main point of what I think he's saying is quit looking for your shot and be unselfish on the defensive end. You got to be able to play defense at a high level in the SEC. If you're not going to play defense in the SEC, you're going to get beat, and you're going to get beat soundly.
It sounds like he's saying that defensively they don't have each other back.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're not communicating.
You got to be able to play defense. You got to
not
talk. You got to say, hey, right here, this is me, this is you. Let's move the ball. Hey, communication is everything in every sport.
They're not helping each other out. Also, when somebody gets beat, there's nobody to switch or come help.
Yeah.
It seems like defensively, that's what his focus is, on the selfishness of the team.
Yep. And that is where you get beat. That is how you get beat in these games. As Booger McFarland would say, you can't win games if you get beat.
He's so brilliant.
I'm just saying. It's universal though. You think about it. And forget about the Chris Beard off the field stuff. Chris Beard was talking defense every single day when he was coaching, wherever he's coaching at. You heard him a couple of weeks ago when he said, Coach, are you going to be able to find the answers? He said, yeah, I will start playing the people that deserve to play. I'm not going to be playing people that aren't out there giving me everything that I need, period. I mean, these guys are getting paid now. It's a job. You have to get out here and get to work. And if you're not going to buy into what Coach Miller is telling you to buy into, he's going to have to make some changes. And yes, Texas won the game. They were playing Maryland Eastern Shore. They're supposed to win that game.
Right.
But the reality of it is that's a 23-point win that should have been higher. Skill level-wise, those guys weren't on your level. Talent-wise, they're not on your level. So why are we not doing the things that we need to do, getting ready to head into one of the toughest conferences in America? And they have to make these adjustments.
And they're not together, bro. This could be bad, Hardge. This could be one of those that we just have to chalk it up to the game, just like these Cowboys, man. We just have to grin and bear it.
Come on, man.
I don't want to do that.
We're not grinning and bearing it. We're going to continue to support, and we're going to see what's going to end up happening. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman joins us next to talk all things Texas Longhorns right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
Big news, Texas. The Silencer Shop showroom is now open in Liberty Hill. Get hands-on with silencers, explore interactive displays, and talk with our expert staff. Whether you're new or a pro, we can make your guns better because we give a shh. The new Silencer Shop showroom, now open in Liberty Hill.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable Speeds to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
From first call to final invoice, Wex Field Service Management helps contractors grow their trade businesses. Whether you're at the job site or back at the office, you'll have a partner that understands your needs. Imagine techs effortlessly dispatched, your customer proposals drafted and signed, and payments transactions happening instantly, all within one simple solution. Now every day can be your best day. Book a demo today at wexfsm.com.
What if divorce didn't feel so overwhelming? I'm Erin Levine. I spent 20 years as a divorce attorney, and I built Hello Divorce to give you the support I wish more people had. With Hello Divorce, everything you need is in one place. From forms and filing to organizing your finances and building a parenting plan. Our smart technology adds transparency and speed, while real experts, lawyers, mediators, and financial pros are there just in case you need some extra help along the way. We've helped over 15,000 people move forward, 97% of them without going to court. And we're proud to be the highest rated online divorce platform on Trustpilot. Divorce is hard. The process shouldn't make it harder. Start your next chapter at hellodivorce.com.
No one celebrates the holidays like iHeartRadio, the #1 Christmas music app.
The most wonderful
Hundreds of all Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And plenty of playlists too. Just open the app and search Holiday now.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning Kickoff The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about Monday Night Football and Old Man Rivers, but the story was the 49ers. We also went down to Florida to talk to Matt Repchick of the Citrus Bowl and finding out that he was the cheesiest. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joined us just a little while ago. And, of course, we just finished talking Texas basketball. Coming up at 8:17, we got Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, joining us at 8:17. But right now, I know we had to move him up a day because we are going to be off for the rest of the week. So we had to bring in our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. And Danny, let's get into it. Nice shirt, brother, by the way. I see it. Yeah. I noticed you didn't have your Montana jersey, your shirt on today, huh?
I just want to see, Mark, I don't know how you work with this guy. Like, I volunteered to come on a day early. I was in a happy holiday mood, and this is how I'm treated. Like, Mike
and I was going to compliment you. I was going to say, look, you look in the Christmas spirit, and I feel like I made a mistake not wearing my Christmas sweater, and he goes and does this.
Hey, hey, my bad, man. My bad.
I know what Santa's dropping off at your house, so you're just gonna go presents for everyone else, but Cole for you.
I'm wearing Cole right now. That's what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing a Cole shirt right now. But I wanted to get into this conversation because we were all kind of surprised last week when the news came out that there was going to be a change on the 40 acres, out with Pete Kwiatkowski and out with Dwayne Akina, bringing in Will Muschamp. And then you get the news of players in the transfer portal. We found out DJ Moore is now into the transfer portal, and Malik Muhammad is now going into the NFL draft. What's your thoughts on the state of Texas football at this particular moment?
Well, first, I think this Texas season got more disappointing if it's DJ Moore, not DeAndre Moore. That's a
DeAndre Moore.
But
it's definitely disappointing.
I mean, it's interesting. I'll say that much. I mean, the coaching news obviously last week. It's almost kind of a shame that Dwayne Akina is kind of a secondary footnote to all of this with all the career he's had, but he's just kind of tacked onto that press release and on everyone's post news analysis. But it is what it is when you fire a defensive coordinator. But it's been 5 years. I mean, Steve has often touted the continuity of his coaching staff, and that's been an asset. But at a certain point, when things don't go your way, which 9-3, not making the playoffs is not going your way, you kind of need to shake some things up. And unfortunately for Pete, even though you could argue that he did the best job out of everyone of the coordinators, when you're not an offensive coach and Steve is not going to fire one of his offensive coordinators because it's kind of an indictment on himself, it kind of falls back on you. And he's also, Kyle came to Texas with Steve. Jeff came to Texas with Steve. Pete did not. So he's also not really in the inner circle. So, I mean, Pete was kind of the odd man out. There's definitely some slippage in that defense. And you also, sometimes maybe there just is a new voice that's needed. Sometimes you do need to shake things up and, get some new ideas and, just change. It's not an indictment on PK. I'm sure he's going to Texas probably isn't going to have to pay too much of his buyout because he's going to get another job and someone will pay some of that offset money. But sometimes there's just some changes needed. And after 5 years of not really firing anyone, I think Steve had fired one assistant his entire time here, and that was one of the holdovers from Tom Herman's staff who probably needed to go in the first place. I mean, sometimes this change is needed, and the shocking news really isn't that shocking when you step back and look at it. But definitely, what was that, Wednesday or Thursday, the news came down. It was definitely pretty surprising. I thought it was a prank when I started seeing the tweets and the emails.
Yeah. Danny, the defense is definitely like the biggest topic, spoke about University of Texas on the 40 acres right now. But at some point we have to start talking about the offense. And the offensive line was the major issue, protecting Arch, keeping Arch upright, people being able to identify and recognize what they saw in front of them. When is that going to take place? When is Texas going to address the offensive line?
Well, I mean, they didn't address it last week because Kyle Flood still has a job. I'd imagine this offseason they get pretty aggressive, both in the portal and probably what they try to do with their development program in the offseason. You do as much as I thought Kyle probably should have gotten a little bit more scrutiny this year, and they did lose 4 starters to the NFL. And their one returner, DJ Campbell played all right this year, and Trevor Gooseby was all right. But when you're mixing in 3 new guys who really haven't gotten a ton of playing time the last year or so, sometimes this is what happens. And we may have misevaluated the ability just to jump up and say that we're going to pick up where Texas left off last year on this offensive line. And sometimes these things just take development. This is the SEC. This is Ohio State. This is not Pflugerville Hendrickson High School or McCallum High School. It's or Lake Travis High School. This is sometimes it takes a little while for these new starters to develop.
Yeah, we're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. We're heading into this bowl matchup, and obviously Texas is going through a lot of changes. Did I see that there's only 60 scholarship players or 65 scholarship players that are actually making the trip to Orlando? And if so, if you can name one guy that you want to see a lot of, just because we hadn't seen a lot of them, is there one guy that'll stand out to you that you want to see play a little bit more?
I think Eric Henry wrote that story last week, something about like 65 scholarship players, and since then they've lost like two or three more. So I don't know exactly what the number is. It just seems to be dwindling, but I mean that's going to happen as some more and more guys kind of start to reevaluate their future and have their meetings with their families and stuff like that. But I mean, the guy I want to see, I think, is the guy many people want to see, whether you're a football fan or a baseball fan, and that's number 9. That's Jonah Williams. It's you kind of want to see what he can bring on the football field, and if football is, he's going to make the decision for himself. But whether or not we think that football is his future, or if his future is over at the dish, and he should be focusing on one sport more than the other. But he's, I think the coaches have been pleased with his progress throughout the season. I think maybe unfairly, kind of with the offensive line, a lot of people just expected him to be a day 1 starter since he was a 5-star kid in high school. And as he kind of worked his way back from injuries, the playing time was kind of a little hard for him to find, but he started to pick up a little bit, get a little bit more playing time at the end of the season. And now there's going to be a lot of playing time available in that secondary. So I'd assume he gets more run this weekend in Orlando, and we'll kind of be able to evaluate his football, what he's able to do on the football field, because we'll see plenty of him on the baseball field in about a month, because that alumni game is like a month away. which is another story in itself. So I want to see what Jonah does on the football field.
Danny, the same question for offense. Who is the guy that on the offensive side of the ball that we should kind of wait and anticipate it, hold our breath to see?
I mean, are there any running backs left? I mean, I think obviously with the news this week that DeAndre is definitely heading to the NFL, you kind of want to see what some of these freshman receivers are going to do. I mean, Texas is going to have, with the Emmett Mosley, with the Parker Livingstones, with the Ryan Wingos, I mean, they have an established receiving core coming back, you'd think, unless one of those other guys decides to move on. But can some of these young guys jump up and say, hey, we're here too, we're going to be contending for playing time in the spring, and these are the toys that Arch gets to play with next year. So I would like to see what some of these because the fact of the matter is, this offensive line, this running back room, chances are there's going to be some portal additions, there's going to be some development over the offseason. It's going to be really tough to get a gauge of what 2026 is going to look like in the Citrus Bowl, but you can kind of see with these receivers, and so see some of these freshmen can step up this weekend.
Let me ask you this, Danny, because we're going to transition to women's basketball. Obviously, Texas goes to South Dakota State, gets the dub But Vic Schaefer after the game was not very happy with the way his team performed. He felt like they were rushing shots and not being very selective. Obviously, on the defensive end, they played well. And, of course, Rory Harmon dishing out assists once again, played at an elite level. Is that Vic being Vic, or was there some solace to what he was saying?
It's Vic being Vic. I mean, we've all sat in enough press conferences with Vic after what seemed like a blowout win, and he's unhappy with something. I mean, I've seen him after 40-point wins completely rip into his team over something that happened, and that's his job. He demands perfection. He demands greatness from this team, and they didn't show that at South Dakota State. But the fact of the matter is they won by 19 on the road at a team that Vic was touting throughout the week, going up to that game, a good mid-major program. It's 4 days before Christmas. I'm sure a lot of their focus was elsewhere, as it tends to be during this time of the year. It could have been an easy trap game. They weren't trapped. They got out of there with a win, and sometimes you just got to be happy getting the dub and staying undefeated. I mean, it's Vic's job to figure out stuff that this team needs to work on, and by no ways was that team flawless, but at the end of the day, they're still undefeated, still ranked number 2, and I don't think they were punished too much by the AP voters or the coaches poll voters for the way they performed up in South Dakota. But they could have won that game by 40 points, and Vic would have found something to nitpick in film session or in the post-game press conference. So when I heard him going on in that post-game press conference, I wasn't necessarily surprised by his reaction.
Hey, the one and only Vic Schaefer bringing it as always, as does our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. Danny, wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time. And guess what? Next week is game week, so you got to lock back in, brother.
Yeah, I just want to tell Vic his ladies perform better than my Montana Grizzlies. That's all I know. That's all I know about this past weekend.
Hey, I wasn't gonna bring it up again. I already got slayed earlier, so I'm good now. Enjoy your Christmas shirt and enjoy the time with the fam. And as always, man, thanks for all that you do for us and hopping on with us. We definitely appreciate you.
Happy holidays to y'all, and we'll see y'all in Orlando.
All right, brother. There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. Coming up next, we're going to H-Town. We're going to talk to our guy, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. And you best believe you better put your seatbelts on if you're in the car, because you better get it ready, because he's bringing the heat right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The Texas Longhorns are bowling in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl New Year's Eve against the Michigan Wolverines. Twin Peaks Round Rock has all your game day action. Come out for Longhorns game day beginning at 11 a.m. Join me, Cameron Parker, alongside Mike Hardball Hardge and Mark Henry as we break down Texas versus Michigan with special guests and insiders. And then stick around for kickoff. Great food, cold beer, and that burnt orange energy. We'll see you there. Book 'em.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Well, good news. That accident did clear out in the Travis area. 35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. About a 9-minute delay still in the area. Stop-and-go traffic now back from Onion Creek Parkway, but it's getting better. We do have road construction to talk about. Just please slow down with caution when you run across these zones. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store, where you can find last-minute gifts for everyone on your list, all for under $20. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chew.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
Start the year with a splash of flavor. Heartland Steakco's Reef and Beef Package combines juicy steak and fresh seafood for the ultimate celebration. With the Reef and Beef Package from Heartland Steakco, you will be feasting on Maine cold water lobster, jumbo USA sea scallops, 16-ounce USDA choice ribeye steaks, and 8-ounce filet mignon, delivered straight to your door. Don't wait long because the Reef and Beef Package from Heartland Steakco will not be around forever. So treat yourself or pick one up as a gift for family, friends, clients, or anyone who loves that true Midwest taste. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteaksco.com. And right now, when you spend $199.99 or more, you'll get free shipping plus $26 off with promo code NEWYEAR26. Give the gift of flavor this year with Heartland Steakco. That's heartlandsteaksco.com, promo code NEWYEAR26. Taste the Heartland difference.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
The deals you've been waiting for are at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Lease a new Ford Mustang or Bronco Sport, your choice, just $339 a month for 36 months. Plus, we'll donate $100 to St. Jude Children's Hospital for every vehicle sold in December. No games, just deals at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Visit us on I-35 or online at group1fordoftsouthaustin.com. Mustang example, MSRP $34,580. Bronco Sport MSRP $42,205 before discounts. For well-qualified buyers with approved credit. First payment due at signing. See dealer for details.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Welcome back to the morning right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. As always, we got to go to H-Town and talk to our guy, the voice of the Houston Texans, which you can hear right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mark Vandermeer, as the Houston Texans continue to roll. It was a little scary, but no matter what, how you look at it, the Texans get a 2-point victory, 23-21 over the Raiders. And let's just say, whew, we got the dub.
Yeah, exactly, guys. I mean, this is one of those tough games where you're playing an opponent with a bad record, but they're having a good day, right? Geno Smith is back. They feel good. Ashton Genty is running the daylights out of the ball. I mean, all the running backs the Texans have faced this year, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, this guy was as tough as any of them, maybe tougher. He was having the game of his rookie life, and I think the Texans had something to do with that. I think it's human nature. This is my theory, that you might not be at your sharpest when you just beat the Colts and the Chiefs, and then you come home to play the Cardinals and the Raiders, and everyone's telling you not that you're going to win, but how much you're going to win by. And then this happens. All of a sudden you're in a fight. They're down a point, but they got the job done. You know, in years past, they might have lost a game like this, but they didn't. They hung on, they won, and they move on.
one of the things that I thought was brilliant on the Raiders' part is they went against what they've done all season in the running game. They've been giving the ball to Ashton Genty in the stretch. I had him in fantasy football. He failed every game this year. The most points I think he ever scored was like 13. And for them to go into the system that he ran in college, where he got the ball basically running behind counter traps and zone reads, that's what he should have been doing the whole year. They took this time against the Texans to throw a wrinkle at them. I don't think it was just the Texans, letting down. I think it was the fact that the Raiders used a different strategy than they normally would have.
Well, that's great. And the fact that you follow him shows that, he's running downhill a lot, and then he'll get met 3 yards deep, and he'll take guys another 2-3 yards. He's like that. He's getting some yak. And I thought the reception was a brilliant play call. And obviously the long touchdown run, missed tackle, but he made the most out of it. So you got to give him a ton of credit. That's the most rookie scrimmage yards for the Raiders since Bo Jackson. I mean, that's saying something right there. So maybe the future is good for them, but their problems are their problems. We've got other problems with the Chargers on Saturday.
Speaking of the Chargers, we're talking to Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. You can listen to the games right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. The Chargers go into Dallas, win 34-17. They're winner of 4 straight. The Texans are a winner of 7 straight. And now you get to face each other this Saturday on the road, going out to L.A. What is it that you see about the Chargers that keeps you up at night?
Justin Herbert running with the football, right? We all know he can throw it, and the Texans had that great playoff game against him last year where he came into the game with 3 picks on the season, and they intercepted him 4 times in one afternoon. So that was a glorious day for the Texans on Wild Card Weekend. And the Chargers, I'm sure, remember that. And now they come to the table with Marion Hampton, who's a good rookie running back. But Herbert's ability to make plays, not just with his arm, but run the ball a little bit more, I think has been very effective. You look at his game log, he didn't run it against Kansas City, but some of the other games, it's not a ton of yards, but it's selective and effective, and you got to be prepared for that. They will. I'm impressed with Herbert, though, playing with an oven mitt on his left hand or whatever that thing is. What is that, one of those gloves they use in the deadliest catch? I don't know what it is, but he's got a broken left hand, and he's still slinging it, so you got to give him a lot of credit. And they play defense. Look, this is a top 5 defense yardage-wise and top 10 in points per game surrendered. So they can D up, and the Texans better play offense better than they did against the Raiders.
Well, the offense is finally starting to catch up to that defense, which is nasty, and nobody wants to play the Texans in the playoffs. The last thing you want is a strong defensive team that can nullify your best players. Who do you think that the Texans are going to I don't know if they're going to be the number one, but what space do you think that they'll be in the playoffs?
All right, so Jacksonville's a game up on them in the AFC South. If the Jags lose to the Colts Sunday, and that's a big if because we all saw the Colts last night, and, who knows if Rivers still plays. I think if the Texans beat the Chargers, that knocks out the Colts. Do they still play Rivers anyway? Because why not? Or why not sit him and develop Riley Leonard through a couple of games? I don't know how they're going to handle that, but the Texans need help to win the division, and they got to win out. Now, maybe the Titans can get the Jags the last game of the season, but that's doubtful. So Houston is likely a wild card team. And I don't know, there's so many different possibilities right now. We talk about it all the time. One place we do not want to go is Buffalo because you have to face Josh Allen in Buffalo. Everywhere else, I'll have to accept it. If you go to Jacksonville and they're somehow a high seed, and they probably will be, I'm up for that. I think the Jags are playing really well. They've won 6 in a row. They haven't lost since they lost to the Texans. But it's Jacksonville, and I know Liam Cohn's doing a bang-up job. Lawrence is playing well. Yeah. But something about playing that team in your division on the road to the playoffs really entices me. So that's my pick.
And especially because y'all know so much of each other over the years of being able to attack. I was looking at ESPN's power rankings, and they have you guys, the Houston Texans, at number 13, behind the Steelers and behind the Green Bay Packers. But when you start to look at the division and you see what Jacksonville was able to do to go out to Denver and get that win, as you mentioned, Lawrence is playing elite football. Which is going to be the toughest out? Is it still Buffalo? Is it still is it going to be Denver? How do you see this playing out and finishing out the season?
I think it's a great question. I think Buffalo at home with Josh Allen is a very difficult team to beat because he can do so many things. He's a superhero. He's like Deadpool. You know, he gets hurt and he grows another body part in the tent. I don't know what he's doing, but he's always out there. He got banged up against Cleveland. And I know, yeah, they had a rough time against Cleveland relatively, but a lot of teams have. They beat the Packers. How are the Packers ahead of the Texans in the power rankings? Don't get me started. And don't get me started about teams that don't deserve to be ahead of the Texans like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really? What have they done other than have brand name recognition? But that's what it is, being the Houston Texans. Until you win big games in the postseason, you're not going to get that kind of respect. And they've only been to the divisional round. The Texans have way more playoff wins than the Steelers in the last 10, 15 years. But they're not the Steelers. So that plays into people's mindset, I think. Sorry about that rant, but I had to do it.
No, we appreciate
anytime.
Yeah,
anytime.
Get it off your chest.
You, brother.
Get it off your chest. The Texans will be taking on the LA Chargers in LA on Saturday, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. And you can hear it all with the voice, Mark Vandermeer, doing his thing with our guy, Andre Ware. Mark, as always, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys enjoy some time, but most importantly, go out to LA and get that win.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and that's not just because of Christmas. It's football season down the stretch, baby. Let's have some fun.
I love it. I love it. There he is, the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer. You can hear it all right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, and free on the iHeartRadio app.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Well, good news. That accident did clear out on 35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. About a 1 minute delay right now is still in the area. Stopping of traffic back from Onion Creek Parkway. Other than that, the roadways are looking pretty decent. When you do run across road construction, just please slow down with caution. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Every fan knows that one moment. The offense needs a spark. The crowd needs a jolt. And you reach into that cooler and crack that Bud Light, and then boom, the magic happens. Is that coincidence? Maybe, but we're not going to test it. I promise you that. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from card holder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This is not a drill. That's right, this is not a drill. You can now legally trade on football in Texas. That's right, you can now legally trade sports on Kalshi. Dallas and Washington is looking like a coin flip. Dallas is trading at 66% to win. That means if you put down 100, you'll get 152 back with a win. And for a limited time, use code IHEART and get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Do you like free money? Well, today's your lucky day. Better Picks is offering a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player's stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right. You'll love it at any Leaf Johnson location. What you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Bowl season is here, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. With the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, you will never miss a moment of the college football bowl season and pro football playoff races. From pro and college basketball to cage fighting and hockey futures, BetOnline keeps you locked into the action all year long. And when the games are over, head over to BetOnline Casino. With all the hottest slot games, classic table games, live dealers, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Seeking a true Texas original? Since 1981, the Yellow Rose Cabaret holds the historic title of the state's oldest continuously running strip club. For over 4 decades, our iconic North Lamar location has been the destination for unforgettable nights. We feature Austin's most stunning entertainers, exclusive private dances, a vibrant atmosphere, and a full-service bar and kitchen. This is living Texas history. Don't just hear the legend, be a part of it. Experience the one and only Yellow Rose.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Mostly cloudy today, high in the upper 70s. Back to the upper 70s for a high tomorrow, and on Christmas Day, upper 70s to near 80 with partly cloudy skies.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find last-minute gifts for everyone on your list, all for under $20. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
You heard the beat drop. That can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Fame. World's strongest man. These markets will be bringing you his world's strongest tank. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge,
What's up?
you know what time it is?
What's up?
It's time for the world's strongest tank by the world's strongest. I guess back then they didn't know. Now I'm hot. We're all on. Oh man, here we go. Hardge, we talked about this. We're going to enlighten the world. We're going to give them an update and a report on the DK Metcalf saga. I spoke about this yesterday, and this is a continuation of DK Metcalf's As the World Turns. DJ Metcalf is a wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's making $30 million this year. A lot of money. And now he's going to be docked $550,000 the next 2 weeks. Not to mention, it voids a $40 million future guaranteed money insurance on top of the fact that another $20 million in injury guarantees in the year of our Lord 2027. Every protection that he could have had, he just voided, guys. $40 million in salary, guaranteed, he voided. Now he has to earn the $40 million. He was going to get it guaranteed, but not now. So basically $60 million, because in 27, a guaranteed $20 million insurance would have been added to his deal, which he is going to lose out on now. I've been in DJ Metcalf's spot. I had somebody antagonize me, and I lashed out. I was a young guy. No excuses. I'm not making any excuses. I made mistakes, and DJ is done the same. DK has. I'm thinking about you.
I know.
DK has done the same thing, and let me tell you who this person. See, DK is followed by this guy. This guy has it out for DK. It's not the first time that DK has had an altercation with this guy. But he can't let this guy get in his head. He should be focused on his game. He should be focused on his teammate. He let his team down. The hell with the money. Just disregard all of the money. He's the best receiver on their team, and now he's not going to be playing these next 2 weeks. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have to win these 2 games. He has let his team down. He's going to have to live with that the rest of his career. He's still going to make $30 million this year. It's not going to hurt him to lose another $60 million over 3 years. He don't care. I'm sure he don't care. Only us people that's broke care. But, Hard, you said it. You don't feel sorry for him. That he needs to do a better job of controlling himself. And a lot of the other NFL guys have said the same thing. And I just want to say, in my take is this. Yes, you have to be a better man. But the law has to do a better job of not allowing people to bait you because they know they can't, they will be protected. If you're a grown man and you're antagonizing another man to get him to snap, and you should not be protected by the law. What say you?
Okay, here's where I am with this DK Metcalf deal. Number one, you shouldn't have walked over there. Number two, if you know that you have an issue, and as soon as that voice pops in your head, you go get security and you say, can you please remove this person
there you go
out of the deal? Number three, if you know who this is, why have you not filed a restraining order on this person? There are ways to prevent these things. And once that restraining order is violated, all bets are off. All bets are off. But most importantly, man, you are a professional athlete. You are making a ton of money. And you just jeopardized all of that by letting someone break character in you. You know, you said in the beginning of that deal, you were talking about you got to do a better job of policing these things. You do. You do. You don't. He does. There's a problem that has been happening, obviously, that it provoked you enough to go there. And you know the consequences of your actions are bigger than that person in the bleachers.
Right. I get it.
That guy has nothing but wants to antagonize you. Has he physically touched you? Has he physically assaulted you? Man, we're past the age of
Sticks and stones
Yes.
will break my bones, but words that never hurt me is a nursery rhyme. That's for children. In the real world with grown men and egos and pride.
He called you by your name, Mark.
I know.
He called you by your
But
God-given, your parents named you that. You are arguing with a wall about your name. And as Miss Becky just said, DK just gave that dude more power by reacting to that. I heard you the other day, I'm not putting your business in the streets, but we've had this conversation before. Why are you swinging down at people by interacting with them that have no bearing on anything about you? Nothing.
Hey, stop using my own words.
It has
against me.
zero bearing to anything that affects your life.
That's true.
Yet you take the energy.
I'm just emotional because it happened to me before.
Understood. It's happened to me
kid.
before, but I didn't have the financial means that you had. I was a minor league baseball player, and I tore the whole bar up by somebody being an idiot. And I've made sure that since then, I've tried my best not to slap the fire out of people when they make me mad. I've had to learn that. And I have nothing compared to what DK just gave up because he gave that person the power to ruin his life.
Yeah, $60 million is a lot.
For somebody calling you by your name, Legarius. I mean, that's what your name is, bro. So why are you upset about your name?
I think it's the fact that this
change it.
man is messing with him and he's tired of it. That's what it's all about. It's pride.
I'm sure a lot of people.
The Bible
challenge him a
talks
lot.
about pride.
So did Ving Rhames and
that's pride messing with you.
Jackie gonna feel a sting.
It's gonna be a little sting.
Exactly. Keep it moving. We're gonna close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But first, we just talked about DK. I gotta ask Mark about this NBA stuff that's going on. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
The Texas Longhorns are bowling in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl New Year's Eve against the Michigan Wolverines. Twin Peaks Round Rock has all your game day action. Come out for Longhorns game day beginning at 11 a.m. Join me, Cameron Parker, alongside Mike Hardball Hardge and Mark Henry as we break down Texas versus Michigan with special guests and insiders. And then stick around for kickoff. Great food, cold beer, and that burnt orange energy. We'll see you there. Hook 'em.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Well, good news. That accident did clear out on 35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. About a 1-minute delay right now, still in the area. Stop and go traffic back from Onion Creek Parkway. Other than that, the roadways are looking pretty decent. When you do run across road construction, just please slow down with caution. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge here, and Christmas time is here at Covert Chevy Hutto. They're celebrating all season with big holiday savings all month long. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. And if you're hauling family, gifts, and the whole crew, get a new 2025 Chevy Suburban High Country for $9,308 off of MSRP. No rush, no crowds, just powerful Chevys, hometown hospitality, and the year-end deals worth unwrapping. And that's at Covert Chevy Hutto, right off Highway 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
The world's best ski and snowboard athletes are chasing medals. Now you can follow their every move. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program, and get premium viewing at World Cup ski events, exclusive athlete meetups, discounts from brands you love, and a custom welcome gift mailed direct to your doorstep. This winter, show your support as they race for the podium. Head to insider.usskiandsnowboard.org and join today.
High interest debt is one of the toughest opponents you'll face. Unless you power up with a SoFi personal loan. A SoFi personal loan could repackage your bad debt into one low fixed rate monthly payment. It's even got super speed, since you could get the funds as soon as the same day you sign. Visit SoFi.com/boost to learn more. That's SoFi.com/BOOST. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Did you know that over 70% of people file for divorce without hiring a lawyer? That's why we built Hallie, the first private AI divorce GPT trained by top legal and finance experts in thousands of real-life divorce cases to answer your divorce questions, day or night, for free. No searching the internet, no lawyer fees, just smart, expert-approved guidance. And when you're ready for more support, Hello Divorce is here with smart technology and real experts to help you through the process. Meet Hallie today at hellodivorce.com.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
The holiday hustle is real. The traffic, the crowds, the never-ending to-do list.
And nowhere to park. Perfect.
That's why drivers use ParkWiz. They already save up to 50% when they book ahead. This holiday season, use promo code JINGLE10 in the ParkWiz app for an extra 10% off your next reservation. Because during the holidays, every minute and every dollar counts. ParkWiz. Less circling, more celebrating. Download the ParkWiz app and use code JINGLE10 to save an extra 10% today. Offer valid through December 31st. App reservations only. Limit 1 per user.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. Only one will leave with an iFit contract worth $250,000. Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Big news, Texas. The Silencer Shop showroom is now open in Liberty Hill. Get hands-on with silencers, explore interactive displays, and talk with our expert staff. Whether you're new or a pro, we can make your guns better because we give a shh. The new Silencer Shop showroom, now open in Liberty Hill.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
What a great week. 2 days that we've had of shows.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days this week. This is the final show of the week. We're going to take some time off and go enjoy family, friends, and all those festivities that go along with Christmas. make sure if you want to hear us, get over to the podcast page wherever you get your podcast, which is always free on the iHeartRadio app. Tune into it. Go back and listen to some of your favorite moments, some of our favorite conversations. But, of course, stay tuned in all day today so you can listen to the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, Jake Herman, and Cam Parker makes an appearance every once in a while on the show. So make sure you stay locked in as we do this.
Marcus, thank you for the Christmas music. That's my favorite Christmas song.
Mine too. That's the reason why I had to get it in.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. Mine is The Temptations, but that's cool with Billie Holiday. That's cool. I wanted to get in with this conversation because, Mark, you love NBA basketball. You like talking basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get ready to go to our Christmas break, there was a lot that was going on last night. The Warriors defeated the Magic 120-97, but there was a huge altercation involving Draymond Green. I am shocked.
You shocked?
Yeah, Draymond Green. But the problem was it was with his coach, Coach Steve Kerr, and got to the point where Draymond excused himself to the locker room in the third quarter, then came back in the fourth quarter. And Steve Kerr was asked, was Draymond going to go back in? He was like, no, he was not going back in. He removed himself from the bench, and he came back. But at that point, we went with our guys, and we ended up winning the game against a very talented Magic team, mind you. You also look across, and you get a chance to see the numbers that the Thunder have put up. They beat the Grizzlies last night, 119-103. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, another 30-point performance, continues to make things happen. You saw the Nuggets defeat the Jazz, 135-112, another triple-double by the Joker. But one of the stories that we have not talked about and have not touched on is Con Knueppel. Con Knueppel is the fastest player to 100 three-pointers in a season, and we're not even to the break yet.
Right.
And he continues to shoot lights out. Could he be the one that everybody talks about as the rookie of the year over one Cooper Flag?
Yes, sir. When I sent that to you today, I said, this guy is balling. And I excuse me. I watched him play last week, and he had 20 points at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait a minute. 20 points at halftime? And I didn't get to watch the whole game. He ended up getting 32 points that game. So he tailed off in the second half, scoring 12 points in the second half. But they won that game. It's about winning the games. They're winning games.
Yep.
You know, so Cooper Flag is going to have to get on his horse because there's a new sheriff in town, and his last name is Knueppel.
Yeah, and he's been playing well. Guy from Duke who has done an unbelievable job, who was a teammate of one Cooper Flag, and now he is showing his way in the NBA. Get a chance to watch him tonight. They play tonight. Washington Wizards take on the Charlotte Hornets at 6 o'clock. Tonight, you also got OKC and the San Antonio Spurs. That game tips off at 7:30. That is a big-time matchup that I look forward to checking out as well. And you finish the night on Peacock with the Houston Rockets taking on the LA Clippers at 9:30.
I might miss that one.
Yeah, they'll probably be watching
Clippers?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got to watch it, man. Kawhi, KD, all those guys. But on Christmas Day, we start the morning off 11 a.m. You've got Cleveland at New York. That's the game I think you're going to be
I'm going to be
at,
there.
Right? Yeah, you're going to be
trying to get
game.
my feet on the court.
I'm sure that they're going to find you somewhere in the crowd and have your face on TV, so we'll be looking forward for that. Wear a morning kickoff shirt. San Antonio will play at OKC on Christmas Day. That tips off at 1:30. Then you have Dallas at Golden State. That's a big matchup. Houston Rockets at the LA Lakers. So they're just going to be chilling in LA for Christmas. And you finish it off with the nightcap. Minnesota at Denver. Big matchups for Christmas Day. Cannot wait. We also got NFL action as the Cowboys will kick off the Christmas Day festivities on Netflix. They will end up taking on the Washington Commanders starting at noon on Thursday. Detroit at Minnesota. Here we go again. These teams playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. That'll be all on Netflix. And they finish out the night, Denver at Kansas City. I'm sure they're very sad about that because not only is Pat Mahomes out, Gardner Minshew is out, and both with torn ACLs. Merry Christmas from the morning kickoff. Thank y'all so much for the love and the support.
Happy holidays,
that
everybody.
Y'all continue to show us every single morning as we bring you infotainment. For Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. Tune in to the Craig Way Show this afternoon starting at 2 o'clock right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Dan Patrick is up next. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly.